Welcome to Look Behind the Look, the celebrated podcast that explores your favorite looks in film, television, and fashion history. Through conversations with the fashion world's elite and award-winning hair, makeup, and costume designers on sets around the world, you will see and hear exciting tales from behind the scenes, career origin stories, and tons of advice and tips. I'm your host, Tiffany Bartok.
Hey everybody, welcome to Look Behind the Look, where Emmy nominees are now being considered. The voting is open, and my next guest has been nominated twice for an Emmy for her outstanding work on Abbott Elementary in the hair department. She's the hair department head, and her work also got her 2 Hollywood Makeup Artist and Hairstylist Guild Awards for Best Contemporary Hairstyling on the show. She's going for one more of those Emmy nominations and maybe a win this year. Please listen to this episode with Moira Frazier of Abbott Elementary.
Hey, Maria, how are you? Oh, fixing your hair. Beautiful. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Oh my God.
Thank you.
You have been here with me 3 times, and so that is so exciting for me because I've gotten to know you and watch your career just explode. And this has been a long time coming that you're getting recognized the way that you are. I know you've worked really hard, and now the spotlight's been on you for this whole time that you've been with Abbott, which is so exciting. You're a 2-time nominee for the Emmys. Your work is award winning on the show. What do you think is the reason? Like what's making it so recognizable and accomplished?
I think people can feel the love and intention that me and my team put in the hairstyles that you guys are seeing across the screen. I think they can feel that through the hair.
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds so crazy.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't sound crazy at all. I totally hear what you're saying and see it too.
I think that they can feel it. And, we come from such humble beginnings, and just humble backgrounds. And I feel like that's just the way to be.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah. I've seen the evolution of the characters through the hair for sure and all the glam. And what are some of the things that you've noticed that you've really tried to bring out? Like, especially, I guess, I mean, the easiest call out is Janelle. Like her look is Ava's look has evolved so much into really telling us who she is, and her character has developed so much. But Quinta too. And what are some of the things that you guys are keeping in mind while you're developing those looks?
We're keeping in mind the evolution of their characters.
Mm-hmm.
So, like with Janine's character, it was all about telling a story, like literally from beginning to end, and you can see the transformation through hair. But this past season, it became more evident because it's stronger now. And when I say stronger, I mean it's stronger in her appearance. And that goes across the board from hair, makeup, wardrobe. Everything is more streamlined. It's not more so like, okay, I'm trying to figure out how does my hair look today, or it's not going to look crazy. No, she has a new boyfriend. Yep. Like she has this new love life, and she's navigating all of these things.
Yeah.
Doesn't necessarily need everybody's advice all the time or validation. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you stop needing people's validation, that's when you can start walking in what you know how to walk in, which is your appearance.
Wow.
And as far as Ava is concerned, Ava, in the beginning of her evolution, it was all like hair, every single, everything was all over the place, and not in a bad way, but it was like, I can switch in the drop of a hat. I can switch this hair to that hair. It's going to fit my mood. If I want to be blonde, I'll be blonde. But this season, her looks were made with intention. A lot of episodes, you will see her more so in a more relaxed and more professional mode because she wanted to be taken seriously. Let's look at her taking her principal role serious. So we did a more hero stationary look with her ombre burgundy type hair, and we made that more straight when she wanted to be conservative, and then we made it a little bit more curly when she wanted to be a little flirty with her new boo. But these are all things that she's experiencing. It's more of her like maturity, her maturity level. It has come to like we're seeing it on stage. I mean, not on stage, but we're
Right,
seeing it
right.
on we're seeing it evolve right before our eyes.
Mm.
And then even Barbara, for her to have such a solid pillar look throughout all of the entire show from beginning to now, and then one thing can cause her to pop a blonde track in her hair because I need to look different. I ain't gonna go all the way, but I put a little track here.
I love that. Yes. Oh my goodness. And you even did you did some guinea pig work this week this season as well. Tell me about that.
That was crazy. When they wrote that we need the guinea pig had a wig that looks like Melissa's, I said, now what in the world? How am I do that? But I managed to do that. I
Yes, you
managed
did.
to out. And another little Easter egg, that's what I hear a lot of people talk
I know
about.
that's the thing now, right?
Thing. So there was this one episode, outside of me making a wig for a guinea pig, there was this one episode where we had to do a mini Ava ornament. Um, and for that, I had to actually make a wig for a small doll as well, so
Okay.
that I can be able to for it to look exactly like Ava, and it had to match the color and everything. So that was a fun little task.
Oh my
I
God.
did a lot of crazy stuff this season.
Yes, yes, always. I mean, you always are rising up to the challenge for
Yeah.
sure. Yes. The Halloween episode, of course, was extraordinary. Can you tell me about that? And the blade look, especially. Oh my God, that was amazing.
So it was so
Mhm.
iconic for us to be able to create these iconic characters through our pop
Right,
culture. I know I'm
right.
talking about pulp fiction, but pop culture. I'm such a big movie head.
I love it.
But to go back to what you were saying, for Blade, we wanted to make her the female version of Blade.
Yeah.
It's like if they ever came out with Blade's sister, that's what we would imagine her to look
Wait,
like.
why don't they do
Yeah,
that?
I know, right?
Hello, who's listening? Blade's
Hello.
sister needs an origin story. We need this character.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all
Yes.
call me for it. But yes, but like I said, Blade's sister or the female version of Blade. And that's why we went with that more defined look, kind of giving
Yes.
off a little bit of Grace Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I
like
got
we
that.
kind of research. But yeah, we still wanted to make it feminine, but not so feminine. So it felt right it was a beautiful balance. That's the right word. It
Yeah,
was.
yeah. What were some of the key elements to make sure that it was really hitting?
Oh gosh. So, I mean, in my
Yeah.
mind, I would have loved a bigger version.
Ah, okay.
But
So tell me about that. Like when you propose a bigger version, what's that conversation like?
I don't want a bigger version.
We
They want
don't
to
know.
and
Okay,
more,
moving on.
and it's okay.
Yeah, of course.
Because as a
Yeah.
stylist and as a department head, you have to be able to adapt to the vision. And for this, it just made
Mhm.
sense to make it more, Grace Jones vibes,
Uh-huh.
which is basically what we were going for, and it just worked out perfectly.
So to that, when you have who's presenting the vision for a Halloween episode, how does that begin? How does that process begin?
So that process begins, well, first of all, we have to dissect the script
Right.
always. So I always come up with the mood board and how it should look and
Okay.
that nature. And I also pick Quinta's brain too,
Mm.
just to see, okay, well, what is the intention behind this? And whoever writes that episode, it's more of a collaborative thing. So
Hmm.
every episode is different. Sometimes we have different writers each episode, along with different directors each episode. So that's why when we have these production meetings, it's very, very important for you to ask all the questions you need
Uh-huh.
to ask.
Yeah.
And sometimes
No
it can be
surprises.
intimidating. Yeah. And it can be a little intimidating when you're in a room
Sure.
full of a bunch of, executives, high with all the things, but
Sure.
you got to make sure you are doing your part in the story that everyone is telling. And that it all comes together. So I'll always lead with that and I'll show mood boards. Mainly it's between me and Quinta. And sometimes I'll ask others for clarity as well. And usually we're always on the money with it. So that's
Nice.
pretty much how it works.
Yeah, yeah, you've got a rhythm. The and a way of collaborating that you can probably sort of tell what people are going to go for and what they're not going to go for at this
Yeah.
point. Yeah. Now talk to me technically about Sheryl Lee Ralph's wig being submerged and how the I see your face. Tell me about this.
So we don't use glue on our show.
That's what I'm getting to. I knew
Yeah,
that.
man, we don't use glue. I know I've been saying it, and this particular episode, they wanted to dunk her head, and it's so funny because we were in our production meeting, and they was like, "Oh, we'll just do it like 2 times, 3 times," and I was like, "Okay," but
Oh
her hair
no.
will not be submerged. It won't be submerged. I
Okay.
was, y'all, it's gonna be impossible for it not to be submerged. And they was like, no, we promise, Maria, it's not gonna be submerged. I was like, okay, cool. I still prepared for it to be submerged.
Good for
Um,
you.
I had to pin that baby down to where it wouldn't move, even if it tried.
Yeah.
Um, but thank God for the type of lace that I use to ventilate her wigs. So even if it did get wet, whatever happened, it was able to melt on camera. Melt meaning I shouldn't say melt because that's like not a good word. It was able to disappear on camera and not be detectable because we do shoot in 8K. So I
Okay.
had tuck there, pull here, pull there, pin, pin, pin. And before
Wow.
you know it, she was dunking her head in about 27 times. And I was in the background like, oh my God. So, but we got this.
Oh my God.
I have a lace lock
That's
melting.
right. Thank you. I'm so
That's what
sorry.
I have.
Yes.
I
Okay.
did not invent the lace.
No, no, no.
Make the wigs. So
Yes.
I gather materials like different types of lace. And when I'm building these wigs, because I build all the wigs for Abbott. So
Yes.
when I'm building these wigs, every piece of lace that I'm using serves a purpose. Um, and yeah, so that's pretty much the process of it. Certain lace goes in certain areas. So for a client, not a client, but like for an actor like
Hmm.
Janelle, well, no, let's talk about Barbara. For an actor like Barbara's character, we would do like super, super fine lace in the front, so where you cannot see.
Right.
And important wig makers, it's important that you don't want to skimp on, you know, I know a lot of times production companies may not have the budget to do super, super high quality, but there's a way that you can hack it to where you can only use that super fine lace right along the edge. So when
Okay.
those cameras come on, you're not picking up any like lace. You can't see
Hmm.
nothing and it'll disappear on camera. And that's what you want. Because right now these cameras are getting better and better and better. We you can't hide a lot of things like they did when they were shooting it in film. And when I say film grade, I'm
Right.
talking about, like there's different types of cameras. I don't know the technical, so please don't judge me. I I know
Nobody's.
what I know, but I know. But at the end of the day, I as a wig maker and a department head, I have to infuse the two together in order to bring these visions to life for you so that it can appear real.
The
Because
two the two together, the cameras that you're using and the supplies that you're using.
the knowledge of the camera and also lighting. Lighting is so, so, so
Yeah.
important as
Yeah.
well, and understanding the lighting. So when I say I'm blending the two together, I'm blending my hair making skills
Hmm.
with my wig making skills
Okay.
all together, and also the knowledge of camera and light
Wow.
so that it can be able to be just as seamless and undetectable to your TV
Of
screens.
course, which are just getting blown up to oblivion, and that's scary.
It's very scary.
Like a
It is
horror movie.
very
It's isn't it wild though? There's people on the subway watching Abbott like this in a handheld device, and then you
scary.
walk into like a restaurant, and there it is, huge on the screen, projected. Like you have
Yeah,
skills for this to
yeah.
be projected like that in 8K.
I
It's just
mean,
so stressful. I can't even think about it.
I humbly embrace it and accept it.
Yeah, you
I'm
accept the
still
challenge.
figuring out ways to hack it every day.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
What's your advice to a department head who might not have the budget? Because I know like you might have started out with pushback and now as the show is getting successful, you can get these things that you ask for, right? Like the
Well, the
extraordinary
thing is,
lace.
I make them.
Yeah,
So
I
because
know.
I
Yeah, I
make
knew that
them,
about
yeah.
you.
So I guess it's a little different for me because I
Sure,
can work
sure.
better with the budget.
Yeah.
I know for a lot of department heads, they have to outsource.
Okay.
So there's nothing wrong with outsourcing. Sometimes if I can't make it in 24 hours, in most cases, yeah, I'll have to outsource. But sometimes as a department head, you have to outsource. And the quickest thing that I can suggest for somebody who may not have the time, um, try to get with a good wig maker that have a very fast turnaround. I know that that's not possible. I know, well, I like for me, and I'm not trying to put myself out there, but I am. I know I can make wigs in like 5 days, 7 days. I can do a whole front in like literally under 24 hours. I just did one for a show that I can't talk about right now, but a friend of mine had gave me a call and was like, we need this wig tomorrow because the actress comes in Monday and I can get the wig to you Tuesday, but we need it on Wednesday because she shoots Wednesday morning. And I'm like, so I have a day.
Right, exactly. You're like, let me do the math.
I got a day. But it ended up working itself out. I want to encourage department heads and also other hairstylists to take those wig making classes. Make sure that you're always on top of your game because you never know. And the more you practice, the faster you'll get, and you'll be able to troubleshoot in any situation, such as if you don't really have a big budget like that. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times they don't. And everybody don't always have the budget to see a hairline. So sometimes you gotta some of these actors got to wear bang. Some of these actors got to, there's different ways that you can do it. And also pull out your old school, skills from back in the day. You might have to do a quick weave wig cap if they can't do it in lace. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, amazing. You're always so full of like great advice and you're such a great educator. I mean, anybody who is following you knows all the secrets. And you're so generous and you don't gatekeep, and I love that about you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, I know I have a limited amount of time with you today. You're such a busy bee, but I am so appreciative of you coming on and talking to me again. Third time is a charm. I know you're gonna get it this time, and it's gonna be. And I love seeing all the success in your career, Moira. It's amazing.
Thank you so much. Fingers
Yes,
crossed, and
always,
I'll hope for the best.
always, always. Thank you so much, Moira.
Thank you.
Look Behind the Look is a Vinyl Foot production, written by me, your host, Tiffany Bartok, produced by Jace Bartok, edited by Mugresh Thakor. If you're interested in learning more, find our video version on the YouTube channel, Look Behind the Look Podcast. There you can see rare photos and clips from our guests. And please follow us on Twitter at LookBehindPod and Instagram at LookBehindTheLook. If you like the show, please rate, review, and subscribe. And tell your friends and spread the word. You can subscribe to us on iTunes or any podcatcher of your choice. Thanks for listening to Look Behind the Look.